Merry Christmas! Hey, welcome to this Christmas collab of YouTuber tumbler makers. Today, I feel like I'm a little underdressed. Give me 1 second. Whoa, ho, ho, hey, that's better. Santa sent me to personally invite you to be one of his secret Santas. What? He even sent his magic bag with a present in it just for you. In this box, Santa has selected another YouTuber tumbler maker for you to make a tumbler to and give it to on Christmas. What? So let's see who you got. I'm gonna take a peek. Oh my gosh. You're gonna love it. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. You get to make a tumbler gift for, are you ready? Are you sure? Are you ready?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited about this video. I am excited about this collab. I am just excited that it is Christmas season. So I am making a tumbler for Minderella Creations. If you do not know who she is the OG. She is one of the originals to post on YouTube with how to make a tumbler. I've watched her videos. She was one of the first people I came across on YouTube that gave me the confidence to start doing this, and I was just honored that I was chosen to make a tumbler for her. I was also very intimidated, but that's all right. The group of YouTubers that are doing this are phenomenal. The energy in the Instagram group chat is awesome. These are some amazing people, and I am just purely honored to be a part of this, 100%. But let's go ahead and get to this video here. You probably are watching me do some crazy stuff to this epoxy. I did use CCDIY's Fast Set, and I mixed about, I want to say it was 20 milliliters of epoxy. Now, I originally had a different plan for this, and the way that I laid this on, I didn't like it. It wasn't what I had pictured in my head. So what I went ahead and did after I did this, I torched it, I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, this isn't doing what I wanted it to do, which at this point I don't even remember what I was trying to do. So I then started to scrape off as much epoxy as possible, leaving just a very, very, very thin coat. This way I could just cover it in glitter and then move on to another step. So I scraped off as much as I could, throwing the torch on there so that I could scrape off as much as I could. And then I went ahead and used Lovelace from Peachy Olive Glitters and covered this tumbler completely. This is a 20-ounce skinny straight, no taper from Griffin Blanks. So normally you would need maybe 2 milliliters of epoxy to apply this glitter. I obviously have a little bit more. So when you have too much epoxy on your tumbler when you're applying your glitter, you'll know because you'll see wet spots in your cup. So I went ahead and let this part of the video in because I wanted you guys to see that, you know, things don't always go as planned. So it's hard to tell in the video, but there were some wet looking spots on the tumbler. So I just continuously added glitter until it didn't look wet anymore. Because if you have spots that look wet, what can happen is when you add the next layer of epoxy on top of it, you can kind of tell that those spots are there and they'll stick out. So just keep coating it in epoxy. Keep coating it in glitter, not epoxy. And then you won't see the wet spots anymore. And then once it cures, you can add your next layer of epoxy. So I'm using about 25 to 30 milliliters of epoxy of already mixed part A and part B of CCDIYs. And I went ahead and coated this completely, used my torch to torch out any bubbles and let that cure. Now it did take, I want to say I waited about 4 or 5 hours for it to cure, but it cured in 2. I was just a little busy. So honestly, it's not often that I use my own products in YouTube videos. So I really enjoyed the Christmas vinyl, holiday vinyl that I had in stock, and I really wanted to utilize it. So this is some transparent vinyl from me, BAMFCustomCreations.com. And I went ahead and cut out strips. I did not use my Cricut for it. I literally just kind of cut where the lines were on my paper cutter, and then I took a little measuring tape and I measured 1 inch down from the top all the way around, and then I laid the vinyl down, lining it up with those lines. So the reason why I waited for the epoxy to cure a little bit more is because when you're applying vinyl and there's a possibility that you might need to lift it up, sometimes if it isn't a 100% cured, then it will pull up the epoxy and the glitter. So make sure it's cured, not sticky, nothing, and go ahead and apply your vinyl. Now, it is a little bit difficult to move the vinyl. It's supposed to be a removable vinyl, but it's really not. It's pretty permanent, and the adhesive is great unless you want to move it. So I went ahead and cut a second strip, and I lined it up. And instead of measuring it like I should have, it ended up being a little bit crooked, and that's okay because of the plaid, and it's kind of hard to tell. But I went ahead and cut off the little extra strips, and I tried to maneuver it, but then there was bubbles, and I didn't want bubbles, so I laid it down, and I knew that it wasn't that noticeable. It is right now because you're staring at it because I'm talking about it, but after the tumbler was done and the extras that I added on it, you couldn't see. So a little teeny mistake, little mess up, and that's okay. It happens. So these are glitter washi tapes. I cannot off the top of my head remember where I got them from, but I will find out and link it below. I really liked the glitter washi tapes because I hate cutting glitter adhesive vinyl on my Cricut, and these were just so much easier to work with. I do recommend using some CC DIY Quick Coat over top of these because that end piece ended up sticking up a little bit, and I had to sand it down, kind of cut it a little. It was a bit of a pain. So it kind of acts like metallic vinyl where it'll stick up. So 10 out of 10 recommend using some CC DIY Quick Coat and learn from my mistakes. So this was one of the newer Stickercal sheets that I put out in October. It is probably out of stock because this was one of my best sellers. But it had the pine cones and the holly leaves and the poinsettias and white roses, and I really liked the color scheme of it with this red and green plaid. So I went ahead and just started layering it down onto the cup. So these Stickercal sheets are basically sticker sheets with my Tumbler Stickercal decals on them. Pull them off, place them on, easy peasy. They have the white ink base layer to preserve opacity, and that means that you can put them over any color base. So as you can see, I'm putting it over the white and the plaid, and there's no difference. I didn't really have like a full plan placing these. Some things I ended up pulling up and replacing or putting somewhere else. I cut up some of the pieces so that they could have half and half. I did some key pieces that I wanted, so like I laid the poinsettia down because I knew I wanted that really showing, the pine cone, the roses, and I just layered it as I went. As you can see, I cut off some of that so that you couldn't see it underneath. There was a little bit of a bump, and same thing here. I pulled it up and replaced it. They're not super easy to pull up and replace because sometimes you can stretch them or tear them when you pull it back up. Just be careful. Or lay it out in your head. You can cut around them on the sheet and like place them to see how you may want them. Again, I had no rhyme or reason of how I was going to do this. I just knew I wanted it to be like a holiday, Christmassy floral around the center of the cup to go with the Christmas plaid. I wanted to do something simple and what I knew. So using my products, having a glitter base, and just kind of combining things together that I liked and I knew that, or I would hope that Mindy liked, and just do my best because that's all we can all do, right? It's just do our best. So in this group chat that we had with all the creators who were collabing on this, we each kind of wrote a little little tidbit about what we like about Christmas and what it means to us, so that the person who got assigned to us could have a good idea without anyone knowing who one another got. So Mindy had mentioned that Christmas meant a lot to her. She really liked the traditional colors of blue and green. She decorates her tree with like the blue and silver. So I almost went that direction. But I also really like the red and green of Christmas. It's just traditional. It's simple. So I went ahead and I went with a traditional type feel. Mindy also had mentioned that she loves the meaning of Christmas, and so that was one of the things I wanted to implement too, just a small little part, and we'll get to that when we add on the next decal. So after I had everything placed the way that I wanted them, I went ahead and wiped down my cup to get all my fingerprints off of it with some 91% alcohol, and once that dried, I added some quick coat. You can add alcohol and wipe the decals, the sticker cals, the vinyl sheets. Obviously don't saturate it in that, and it will be fine. It won't ruin the design. The color you saw come up was me trying something different with a marker, and that was erased and did not make it into the video. The quick coat is just used as a little bit of a sealer. This way, my coat of epoxy will be nice and smooth, and there won't be any bubbles coming up from the stickers if I didn't press one down all the way or something like that. Once the quick coat was completely dry, I went ahead and added a layer of CC DIY epoxy. It was about 20 milliliters. I let that cure, and then I went ahead and cut out my decals that I wanted to do with my Cricut. I have a Canva Pro account, and I was actually able to pull these leaves and little branches off of Canva. I really liked them. So if you have Canva, these might be free. You might not need the Pro for it. I just saved them as SVGs with transparent backgrounds and uploaded them to Design Space. The Merry Christmas wording SVG that I'm using, that I cut out with my Cricut, I actually made on Canva as well. And I will link the font, or tell you the font that I used, in the description below, because I can't remember off the top of my head. But this was one of the things I wanted to make sure I did, was have a little element of Christ in this cup for Mindy, because I know that it's so important to her. So I added the cross in Christmas, and then the inside piece of the cross I also added. I didn't want it to go to waste, so I also added it in the florals. Now, huge shout out to Jessica Flynn. Without telling her who I had, I was stuck on what to do with gold accents. I wasn't sure if I wanted to draw outlines on all of these flowers or what I wanted to do, so I reached out to Jessica. She was a huge help in giving me some advice, and I think it truly helped me make this cup exactly how I envisioned it. So instead of outlining everything with like a pen, I just took the same elements and added them throughout the bundle. Now I didn't do the flowers, I just did the like cranberry berry things, and then some of the leaves throughout, just to add a little bit of gold. This gold vinyl is one of my favorites because I am more of a champagne gold type person. So I got this from Tech Wrap Craft, and it is a metallic satin metallic champagne gold vinyl. So it's not metallic-y where it's super shiny, it's almost like a matte metallic. So I really liked that. So I placed these throughout. I had no plan. It was kind of just move the cup around, see where it might go, see where it might fit. And then what I did was I took my X-Acto knife and then I cut off pieces of the like branches like here, so it looks like it was going under the flower versus just laying right on top of it. Reverse weeding was my best friend throughout this vinyl process because the cuts were so intricate with this type of vinyl that it was tearing very easily. So basically it's just you attach the whole piece to the transfer tape, flip it upside down on your sticky mat, and then weed it backwards that way. Or you can weed it from the cup, but I really didn't want to do that because sometimes it leaves behind residue and then it becomes a pain. So this is the way I did it. One of the things I really like about this cup are the endless possibilities that can be done. So you don't have to make it Christmas themed. You could make it Valentine's themed, or 4th of July, or summer, or bright. You could use silver accents, pink accents. You could use different flowers, different patterns. So I'm definitely going to try this with a different type of theme to see how it goes. I think it would be cool. Maybe not even flowers, if you liked skulls or leopard bursting from the center like that. I think it would be a cool thing to do. So anyways, moving on, I grabbed a paint marker from Walmart. It's brand I don't remember, but it was from Walmart in the arts and crafts section. It's a fine point. It's one of my favorites. I love Arteza chalk markers, but this other brand is one of my absolute favorites. And once I was done, I went ahead and added my final coats, shipped it off, and now let's see her reaction.
Hey guys, this is Mindarella Creations, and I was so happy to participate in the Secret Santa collab that we did for tumbler makers, and I was so excited to get this package from Sarah with BAMF Custom Creations, and I'm going to open it right now for you. I've been waiting for a while to open this, so I am really excited that I had a chance tonight to do this. But first of all, I don't know if y'all saw, but the packaging and all the little stickers that she put on here, a little tape, it's just adorable. So you do an excellent job of packaging and wrapping them. They're so cute. Sorry, I'm just gonna kind of rip in here. This tape's pretty good. Okay, we have more tape, so here we go. I don't know if y'all have done collabs before, but this was my first one, and I was so nervous to do this, so I am hoping that when I get mine out that they like mine as well. The person that I got. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Sarah. The note is adorable, and it's, she put little wrapping on it. It's so cute. Straw. And it's wrapped perfectly. It's so adorable. Oh my goodness, guys. Merry Christmas. The little sticker's so cute. I wish I didn't have to tear it. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. Why does it take so long to get into these things? Oh my gosh. You guys. You guys, this is so perfect. Oh my gosh, Sarah. There's so much detail on it. Oh, it's just beautiful. And I'm all about Christmas and the cross. Thank you. I'm gonna cry. Oh my gosh. It's been a rough few weeks for me, so I'm so glad that I opened this just now with her little emblem on the bottom. And let's open it. Oh, we got a sticker too. Oh, that's cute. Thank you so much. It's just beautiful. I can't get over how beautiful it is. Oh my goodness. And I'm open. There's other stuff in here, so I'm continuing to open. Oh. A notebook. This is so cute. Sarah, you're so sweet. And a pen, you guys. Oh my goodness. And some vinyls. Oh my gosh, guys. These are so gorgeous. I already saw a peek at them. Oh, those are cool. That one's cool. It's snowflakes. Thank you so much, Sarah. Everything is just, oh, those are adorable too. Thank you so much. Seriously, you don't know what this has meant for me today. It's been a rough day. So just thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this and for your beautiful creations. It's just beautiful. I don't know if y'all can see that detail in there, but it says Merry Christmas right here, and it has cross. Thank you so much.